Where's my pencil? Oh, there it is. Haha, I found it. It was behind me, which is not a smart place for it to be. Hello, I'm Amanda Call, and this is a comic I'm working on. Thanks for joining me. This is I Am the First, issue 4, page 1. We started this last week on the Tuesday night art stream, and we're going to continue it this evening, see if we can get through finishing the pencils on it, because we got a nice start. Everything is roughed in, and I got the first panel mostly penciled, so we're going to try to finish penciling this today. I got to sharpen my pencil. There's a very dull end on that right now. Here we go. All right. Oh, I was like in the middle of drawing this guy. I also need my eraser. Where? No. Okay. My eraser is hiding. I'm going to have to use my backup eraser for the moment. This very skinny guy. All right. And we can start trying to make this make a little bit more sense here, not just be blobs. Hope everyone has had a good start to their week. My week is kind of hectic. Not the most relaxing start to a week that I've had in a while. Hey, Story Comic is here and says that his shirt is on backwards to fit in. You're calling me out. I sent to our group chat earlier this evening that apparently I have been wearing my dress on backwards all day. I just realized it this evening when I was out walking the dog, and I was like, why is my collar so itchy? Oh, because that's the tag, because I'm wearing this dress backwards, and have been all day. I've been around people. I'm not out in public like that. No one said anything. Hello, Spud says, my week has started busy because I'm going on vacation starting Thursday. Oh, that's pretty great. I'm supposed to be at Granite State Comic Con this weekend, but we will see if that actually happens, because the plague is making the rounds around my household. And so far I seem to have avoided it, but I am not confident my luck is going to hold out that long. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's why my week has been interesting. I hope you have an awesome vacation, Spud. Something fun and relaxing. I'm going to clean up some of this underdrawing and try to make what is staying a little bit more clear here. Spud says, I've been worrying about getting sick myself since planning it. Adds to the stress. Yeah, I am also hoping that my plans are not ruined, but it's not looking great currently. We'll see what happens. It really sucks when it's something like a convention, because it's like, not only am I going there because it is fun and I get to see my friends, but also I'm working. So if I don't get to go, then I don't get to make money by going. And at this point, stuff like my artist alley table and my hotel room and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I can't get a refund on any of that. So that's super. So we'll see what happens. I'm still hopeful. I haven't gotten sick yet. I'm still testing negative at this point, so we'll see. I will keep checking. Keep my fingers crossed. All right. So I have this figure. I need to check something in my thumbnails and my script, though, because there's a couple of details I'm not sure about for this. So this is part of why I keep my thumbnails and my script for whatever I'm working on right nearby, so I can check little details that I maybe didn't think of. And yes, I wasn't sure. Do we have flames going on here? We do have flames going on here, so it's time to add some flames. Add some flames. OMG flames. Because, yeah, it's a superhero comic. This guy's got fire on him. Aw, yeah. And we're gonna have a little bit of fire going on down here. Like, oh, hey, hey, buddy. Do you know that you are, your porch is on fire? Did you know that? Did you know you got your porch on fire a little bit there? So, some fire going on your porch. Gonna do something about that? All right. I also have brought up on my other screen, I have the reference of the previous image of this house. So I can make sure that I get all details of like what do the windows and the door look like and everything. They're pretty simple. I didn't make them super detailed, but I do want to make sure I still get the same basic character of them. Try to make sure that these lines for the sashes are still staying in line with perspective. We don't want to lose our perspective and have it get all squashy. Okay, and this window is going to be very much the same. This is a little more detailed than we had in like the further shot of the house, where this basically just looked like a rectangle with a line through it, but it's a little bit closer, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the detail of you can see the separate sashes and the framing around them. Hey, Hungry, thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate you being here. All right, we've got the door frame here. Try to keep that in line. All right. And again, I gotta check. What is this? What is going on with this door? Door opens in. Okay, that's what I thought. Door is like back here, but we're not going to stress it too much because it's just kind of back there, not super important. I don't want a bunch of like heavy lines distracting from what's going on here, which is this guy who has got fire on his hands. Kind of more important. And we've got some siding. Try not to like make these lines just run right over everything else. All right. There is the side of a house. Hooray. I think that's most of, okay, I don't want to leave just like blankness over here. So I'm also going to look at my previous pages and see what do we have over here. We've got like a tree over here. There's a fence. And there's the side of another house over here too, which we're just going to kind of leave a little suggestion of there. I think that roof is way too low. It's going to go up a little bit. That's not in line. It's got to be in line with this red one here. There's the neighbor's house, which will just kind of be a block of color, but at least there'll be a few different colors going on back there. Not super like saturated or anything, just to kind of indicate that there is something going on past the edge of the house. So the universe doesn't just end at the end of their front porch. Just like, no, that's not how things are supposed to go. All right, so I think this first panel is done for penciling. We're going to move on down to the next one. These little like guidelines in between the panels annoy me. They're still there. I'm going to erase them. All right. And we're going to start getting this panel a little bit more finalized. Alec making a face here. So I always do this under drawing. It's kind of a really loose like gesture type situation where I'm just trying to make sure I get the basic idea behind what the expression is supposed to be, and then I have to kind of move stuff around to get it to be like, oh yeah, and this is also a human, and they need to have somewhat human proportions and anatomy. Like, there's going to be a certain amount of exaggeration because it's a drawing, but try to get things back to some sort of realm of reality. Fix his hair. I feel like his neck is like super long in this. Why is your neck so long, Alec? You need to move his shoulder up. He's got like this wild giraffe neck going on here. Why is your neck so long? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, it's looking a little more like a person and less like a giraffe. Now we gotta fix this shoulder. All right, there's Alec's very upset face. And again, we're going to get a little bit of that, like just a couple of simple background lines to indicate that things exist beyond here. So we've got the fence and the tree. So again, those will be like inked in a very light line and kind of colored in a really desaturated way to kind of push them back so they're not like competing with Alec's figure in the front there. All right, same kind of thing over here with Dawn. All right. Sorry, I was just looking for my reference image for this guy. I want to get the side of his face right. Open image in new tab. Can I? No, I want it to not take up my whole screen. I still need to see YouTube. Don't be difficult. As if computers are ever not difficult. It's like the only thing they know how to be is different, varying shades of difficult. All right. This guy. Oh, what's happening with your chin there, sir? Chin's kind of getting out of control. Let's try to fix that. Runaway chin. There's his mustache. And his scraggly hair. And also, here's the other thing. So this comic, I am the first. I'm drawing it and like inking it and coloring it, all that good stuff, doing all the art for it. But I didn't write this. This is written by my good friend Jeremy Flagg. And you know what? Today is Jeremy's birthday. So everybody needs to say happy birthday, Jeremy. Jeremy writes all sorts of cool superhero stuff. So he mostly writes superhero novels, and this is like pretty much the only superhero comic project he has currently. But he has lots of superhero novels in different genres. He's got the whole Children of Nostradamus universe, which is all really cool. We need his little patch here. He also has a pen name for superhero erotica, if that's your thing. So yeah, all over the place with the genres. Because this is I Am the First is also meant to be like more of a, it's not only a comic, but it's meant to be more of like a young adult type age range, whereas his Children of Nostradamus series is an adult series, so it's got lots of range. All right, so there's Dawn looking sour. We're gonna also add in some background elements here. We've got the column from the porch. We have the other column back here. And he's also got the fence back here. So you also get the idea they're in the same place, facing off against each other. You know, obviously that was established up here, but to just keep it going. Keeping it going down here. All right. That's that tier. Penciled. Next tier. All right, now we get this cool, dramatic, like, looking up situation, which I'm definitely going to have to look at some face reference to make sure I get that correct, but we'll just get the basic blocks in there at the moment. Like, here's your arm. Here's where your arm connects to your shoulder. Here's your rib cage and your pectoral line. And yeah, all of this stuff is going to get covered up by clothing, but especially with like a complicated kind of pose or point of view like this, it really helps to figure all this stuff out as much as you can so that when you go to do everything else, it's not like, that doesn't look right. Where do you think their parts are from here? I also have to do this to remember which side the thumb is on. I have to look at my own hand. The thumb is on the outside. When you flip your hand over and hold it palm up. You know, I have hands. You'd think I would know this, but I don't remember. Every time I go to draw one, I don't remember. Oh yeah, he's doing the haha, I have the power pose. All right, so there's his waist. We've got some legs coming down here. All right. There's our weird little mannequin dude who looks more or less correct. And now we can start trying to make our mannequin dude look a little bit more like fleshed out, like a real dude. I need to find a good reference picture. There we go. I guess that'll have to work. That's a very small picture. Jeez, Google. What are you doing to me? Okay. Let's try to get your face sorted out, sir. Oh, I need to sharpen my pencil. It's getting kind of dull again, especially for doing tiny little details like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. feel like this panel is going to take me a minute. Just trying to get trying to make sure that I get the expression that I want and also not have his face just turn into Jell-O. That's the challenge. All right, that line is like going down way too far. Let me clean that up a little bit. Because this is making him look like way more chiseled than he's supposed to. He's got like pronounced cheekbones, but he's kind of got like that like skinny kind of rat face look going on. Is the idea. Yeah, that's better. His eyes open just a little bit wider. Looks a little bit more maniacal. A little bit less like he's just pleased with himself and like, oh no, you're like dangerous. All right, and so let's see. So he's wearing a t-shirt. The collar would be like here-ish. He's wearing his like bomber style jacket. Just got a big collar up here. Where do I want to put the bottom of this jacket? How do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll do like that. Kind of flying open. Like I said, this type of pose, this kind of angle, there's a lot of like, does that look right? Erase, erase, erase. Let's try that again. Erase, erase, erase. All right, that's looking better. All right, let's see if we can do something about these weird sausagey hands going on up front here. What are we at? We're at 35-ish minutes? Okay. We're doing good on time. All right, these are very, very messy right now. So let's clean that up a little bit. And that's kind of a weird angle. This one I do want to be a little bit more dead on. So we've got all right. So gonna get these to be a little more pronounced now. Gonna finally firm up some of these details here. On this hand, now that I've kind of plotted out where every individual knuckle goes. All right. Hooray. We have successfully made one creepy claw hand. All right. I'm kind of like lightening up those under drawings. I can still see them, but they're not quite so bold now, so I can put the stuff that needs to go on top of them on top of them. Make it too poofy. It's not supposed to be that poofy. Of course, a lot of this is going to get obscured by fire, but you know, I got to know where it all is before I cover it up in fire. To make his jeans look like he's actually inside of them. Various fabric folds. Got that signature long seam down the side, big seam down the side. All right, we've got the inside of his coat there. A little bit of a shadow cast by the coat. A little bit of a shadow cast by his shirt. It's looking a lot better now. All right. Now we got to get this other hand. What are we at? 8:41. I knew this panel was going to take me a minute. I want to make sure my hands are like roughly the same size and one isn't like enormously bigger than the other, which is definitely a thing that can happen. Rah! This creepy claw. All right, let's lay up those guidelines. Let's get this solidified. How many things can I hold at the same time? All of the things is the answer. And they just keep switching tools, and I'm just like, wait, no, I need to hold this. I need to also hold this. Ah. Yeah, so if you're interested in checking out this comic, the first two, at the time that I am streaming this, the first 2 issues are out and available at Brave New Comics and the drive-through sites, drive-through comics. I think actually just drive-through comics right now. I don't think I ever got them ported over to the other sites, but anyway, you can also get it anywhere else that you get like your ebooks. So it's available on like Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all of that kind of stuff. We should be releasing issue 3 is done, so it should be coming out like anytime now. Anytime now. Very soon. I think I managed to pull out a pretty decent hand gesture there. Even if it was going to fight me every step of the way. Yeah, so issue 3 should be coming out like any day now. Unfortunately, I don't have like an exact date for you because that's a Jeremy job. So I draw the pages. Jeremy does all of the other stuff. He's probably busy celebrating his birthday today, so I'll pester him tomorrow and see what's going on. All right, and now, flames. Now we got to get the flames in there. Hooray, fire. I'm going to do the same thing over here. We got fire going on his hands. Ah! But if you do want to find out when issue 3 is going to release, check out bravenewcomics.com. We have a mailing list. We've got Facebook. That's a good place to find out. The mailing list is, of course, like the best option to find out when is this happening. Because obviously whenever we release something, we're like, hey, gonna blast all the people on our email list. All right, the character is finally done. I'm gonna make sure that he is existing in space and not just hanging out in the void. Got the door back here. I'm not using a perspective grid. I'm just kind of freestyling. It's okay. It's this weird like Dutch angle situation anyway, so it's fine. We're not going to worry about it too terrible much. All right, hooray! Omar says, hello, I'm quite late again. Yes, you are. I'm sorry about that, Omar. I'm sorry you missed like most of the stream. We're going to be ending in like a little more than 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've been drawing. We've been drawing stuff. We're making good progress. So yeah, I only have one panel left to finish. That's pretty great. I want to pull up more reference, and my computer's being very slow. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you're liking how that's coming out. This panel took me a very long time because weird angles like that are not easy to do. There was a lot of erasing and trying again and erasing and trying again. It's kind of a thing that happens. What do I want to use for a reference image? Let's try that one. Yeah, that should work. I do like to occasionally like check back in on my reference images, even though like I'm pretty sure what Alec is supposed to look like at this point, but I don't want him to drift too far away from what I initially intended him to look like, which can absolutely happen because I just keep drawing him and he kind of ends up with these like yet another iteration of an Amanda character and kind of leaves behind his original inspiration. So yeah, just like to kind of touch base on my actual reference here. little like nub of a chin here. Okay, he's ending up looking very square-jawed here, which is a little bit too... He's looking a little bit too, like, beefy to be our skinny little protagonist, Alex. So I'm gonna have to work on refining that a little bit while I go over the last 10-minute YouTube things. I'm Amanda Call. This is my YouTube channel. I do these live streams every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Unless something comes up, but most of the time, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I am currently working on this page that you see here is from I Am the First, which is a superhero comic that is written by my friend Jeremy Flagg, drawn by me. The first 2 issues are available at bravenewcomics.com, as well as all your other digital comic book sites. Issue 3 will be coming out any day now. It's done. We're just wrapping up getting the files all together and whatnot. I'm working on a page from issue 4. I will also sometimes be working on this stream on my webcomic Age of Night, which you can read at ageofnight.com. If you like what I'm doing here and want to help support me making comics, I also have a Patreon. You go to patreon.com/ageofnight. That's AGEOFNIGHT.com. You can follow me on other various socials as well. I have a Twitter at Age of Night, spelled the same way. I have Instagram and TikTok at Amanda Call Art. It's just my name with the word art after it. Move his jaw in a little bit because he's just looking very square-jawed here. Just a little bit too, makes him look a little bit too beefy. He's not supposed to be beefy. He's not a beefy guy. All right. What did I forget? Anything else I forgot? Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be at Granite Con this weekend, but in Manchester, New Hampshire. I cannot guarantee that I will actually make it because I am surrounded by plague currently, and I do not know if I will escape it. So we'll see if I am. Oh, that was a bug. Get off of there. Gross. Gross. I just squished a bug on my page. Ah, gross. If I do make it to Granite Con, I will be in the Armory Saturday and Sunday, and just wandering around being foolish on Friday because that's a thing that happened with Granite Con this year, is that the Armory is not actually open on Friday. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll be there. I'm not going to promise I'm going to be there, but hopefully I will. If I am, I'll see you there. Let me see if I can get the other side of his jaw to look better. Is that even? I can't even tell at this point. Even-ish. I'm going to say that's even-ish. Let me get this other eye finished, and then we're gonna call it for this stream. All right, that is going to do it for this evening. We've started with this, all of it was roughed in. This top panel we had mostly drawn, but we had to finish up some things with this figure and the house in background. And then we got pretty much everything else done. I have a little bit of, I got to finish his ear over here and do a little bit of like shoring up some of these details down here. But otherwise, this page is penciled, which means next week we'll be able to start inks. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Bye.